with the
That's
Denver Nuggets.
But you know what's interesting about that story that blows my mind to this day? Steve, unbelievable. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better mentor and a better person. I thank him every single day in my prayers because without him, this wouldn't be possible in my career. But I remember talking to Steve, and Steve told me this, and it blew my mind. He said, "Rich, you know I never take calls from random people calling me. Ever." He said, "I never sit down and have a meeting because I'm just too busy. It's not that I'm being mean. I'm just a busy person. But something told me that I need to take this call with you and this guy." And then when I started working, I understood. He never took calls from any random person. He just didn't have time. So it blows my mind because to think that God told him, take this call, change his kid's life.
But you know what's interesting? It's sometimes we make things bigger than they are in a sense that from a decision perspective, when we look back on it, we know that call changed the trajectory of your family's life for generations to come, right?
Yep.
But in the moment, it was just, hey, I'm just taking a call. You know what, meeting, I got an availability. You know, I'll take this meeting. You two are here. This guy's trying to interview for a position. I don't have a position, but you know what? I got an intern position I can bring on. And so he probably never thought about it where I'm trying to bring this person along to change his life. He was just like, yo, I got an intern position. You seem like you fit. I like what you got going on.
Yeah.
Do you want it? Right.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how seemingly small decisions have big impact, right? Like a lot of times we always think about the big things.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the big, whatever, the big dude. It's the small things that matter. But I have a challenge that I'm actually reframing that conversation because the small things lead to big lifelong opportunities. Are they really small things then?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
We say they're the small things. Oh, I just picked the phone up. That was him picking the phone up, taking that call was the moment. That was the catalyst that jumped all this thing off.
Exactly. You're totally right. And I you know what? I use that philosophy, what you're talking about, I try to use it for my entire life. What I do and who I talk to and who I help and who I text, you never know how it's going to change their life.
Oh my gosh,
right?
dude.
Think about that. Think about that all the time. You never, like, I give you a perfect example, right? And we can talk about this as we go. But I'm trying to do a project in Africa where I'm trying to bring strength conditioning along in Africa. So the guy that I'm working with, his name is Amadou, a wonderful man. He's basically the president of the BL. And he said, Rich, I want you to contact this kid. He's based out of, he's African. He's from Senegal. He's in New York, and he's trying to make it as a strength and conditioning coach. So I gave the kid a call, and we just been dialogue. We've been talking about strength and conditioning, and it's been great. And I get a little emotional because he's just like, man, I'm living in New York, and just, man, it's barely making this tough. And just now, I had the opportunity to maybe bless him with an assistant job with the G League team.
Oh, wow.
So, but it makes me think like, man, I'm doing what Steve did for me. Think about what I have the opportunity to do for this kid. If he gets this job, his life would never be the same. And that's in a positive way. So